Hey guys, Infidel1258 here. Today I'm going to share with you 3 comments from 3 different videos. This is what I call frequently asked questions. It's actually a clip from a recent live event with my members only. And I actually came into this not knowing what we would be talking about. I was expecting salt. I was expecting spice. I was expecting tension from maybe the low asset price points, but I think maybe this might be surprising to you because it was surprising to me that there was so much positivity. And we're going to talk about getting involved in Splinterlands today, what sort of cost would be involved, how much would I need, so much more. I hope you stick around. Let's get into it. I've been seeing a lot of spicy, salty, just down mean-spirited comments lately. And it points me toward confirmation. It's a piece of the evidence in my mind, and not everybody's going to agree with me, but in my mind, it's a piece of the evidence that this is a low or the bottom for Splinterlands, because it's never at the tops. It's never at the peaks where we see this sort of animosity and sentiment. It's when things are in the gutter. And just like the fear and greed index can be a pointer toward where we're heading, just like chart analysis can be a piece of that conversation, just like your fundamental concerns or thoughts around what the project is doing or has done or will do can be part of your analysis, so too should be a sentiment sort of litmus test. So let's do that. I'll pop into the channel comments here. I haven't pre-looked at this yet, but recently I've seen a good amount of comments. It's 26 comments recently on a card scarcity. I bet there's some salty ones on there. 100% likes though. That's awesome. 43 likes and 100% ratio. That's awesome. So great like to downvote ratio. But man, let's just see. I bet maybe I'm going to be surprised, but I bet the comments are spicy. Let's find out together, shall we? Let's get 3 comments from 3 different videos. And since I'm going to clip this later, my name is Dwayne Cunningham. I go by Infidel1258. You can call me 12. And I do this regularly. So if you want your comments featured on the channel, please leave a comment even here on this video. Lastly, if you want to be present during live events for my members, which this is a clip from a recent members live event, then you might want to consider supporting the YouTube channel. Let's get into it. Battle Beast. I love Battle Beast. What's he got to say? This is a short one. This won't count. Been buying key wildcards for Pruitt combos. Shield Strike is amazing. Pruitt is the new one, and I have not at all. I don't have a level 3 Pruitt. I got pretty lucky with the airdrop. I was only entitled, I think, to 2, and I ended up getting 6. So there you go. I don't understand how that all works. It's like I got 6 on Drath as well, and I think I was only supposed to get 2 of those ones. So I'm just like going lights out luck, or maybe the calculation is I don't get it. Anyways, but BattleBeat's good to see you. Thanks for the comment. And Pruitt is exciting to me. I probably need to do a bit of a deep dive video on Pruitt. That's not going to be one of the comments because it's too small. Let's see, Perry Project. Okay. This is a bit of a bigger comment. It looks like there's even some cross chat between the community. Let's make this our first comment. So this was on a video where I called it Still Fun, Still Rewarding, and it was a gold grind video. Okay, so I remember this one. I just featured 3 battles, and in it though, I definitely talked about my confidence with the assets growth and the price points and where it's going and why I'm still loving it. And so that is meaningful. That's a piece of evidence that people will want to be here, because I've been here for 6 years, and I think that points towards future growth, etc. That was kind of my thesis while I was having a gold grind video. And Perry jumps in and he goes, I know you just looked at some prices the other day, so I'm wondering how much money would someone have to spend, in your opinion, for this game to be fun? I know it costs $10 to just start playing, but I think with the basic low-level cards you start with, you would just always lose and it wouldn't be fun. Then how much money would someone have to spend in order for this game to be fun and financially rewarding? Because my knowledge, you have to stake some amount of SPS in order to get a great reward. If you answer, thank you. Okay, awesome. This is actually not at all spicy and super constructive. I love this sort of comment too. I don't always want to have friction, but been a lot of that lately, and it's okay when it comes. But Perry's got just a constructive question. Let's get into it. Gathering the Magic is one of my YouTube members. He has a YouTube channel, Gathering the Magic, I think 1984. And let's quickly pull him up, because I want to tell you about him, because if you're asking this question, you need to know about Gathering's channel. No, yeah, there he is, right there. Gathering the Magic 1984, and on his channel you're going to find a lot of conversation about sort of that lower end beginning level of investment in Splinterlands. And he has an account that he plays regularly that he paid nothing but that $10 cost. And he paid nothing to play except the $10 account cost. And then he's just earned assets while playing. And then he also uses that. He has a lot of strategies. I don't want to fully unpack here for you, but there's if you follow along with him, you're going to see that you can, even for $10, you can have fun with the game and you can earn something and access some DC that buys some more cards, that builds out your library of assets. And Gathering, drop in the chat what your account name is on that one, because I want to show I want to show right now that account and the cards you own on it. I always forget what it is. Actually, maybe I can figure it out. I can now look up his account if I can remember his name. What is it again? No, I don't remember it. He'll drop it in the chat. Okay, Gedfear. Gedfer. So this is his account. This is a $10 account. He paid nothing but $10. He uses this account in multiple different blockchain games that you'll learn more following him. And then he earns cryptocurrency that he can spend on tokens, the games, the NFTs. And so all of these cards have either been earned for free or they've been bought with assets that were earned for free. And so he's building out a deck of cards. Now they're all low level, 1 and 2, 3, 4, maybe. They're relatively low level, but this is allowing him to enjoy the game at a entry level, like a silver, bronze probably, and he's earning something. And last time I talked to him, he's earning, I think, 5 cards a day now with the new metric of how we receive rewards in the game. So the first part of my answer to your question is you can play for $10 and you will have to take a long time horizon because it will not happen overnight. You'd have to play for months and months, years and years to accumulate this sort of assets, and you have to be very intentional about how you play. But hear me, in order to receive reward from investment within Splinterlands, you need one of two things or both. You need time and money. You can take time, you can take a lot of time and less money, or you can take a lot of money and less time. Or some combination of both. But that's that in a game like this, there is no other path. There's no free, there's no time commitment. There's absolutely a time commitment and there's absolutely a financial commitment. But if you enjoy the process, that's the piece. And you allude to that. You say you want the game to be fun, which is the heart of my channel. If you're not concerned, if you're not focused on this being entertainment, you will not survive. Like if this game is not enjoyable, you don't treasure the time you spend with it, you will not commit the time you need to it. I'm going to say that again. If you don't treasure the time you spend with it, you will not commit the time you need to it. And so you will never see the growth of your deck. You will never see the growth of assets. You'll never see. And yes, there's a financial piece that I want to speak to a little bit more, because that's everything I just said so far is about more the time commitment side and how you could do that for relatively cheap or even $10. I call that free. But it's not exactly, because there's other financial assets he's sinking in there that he's earned by play. So that's the sort of the low financial side, and the other approach is sort of throw money at it, and you can do that now in a pretty powerful way for relatively cheap. This piece of the conversation could be quicker, and we'll wrap on this comment within the next 2 minutes here. Let's see. Pack value. Using Splinter cards, we look up the tools and we go to pack value. Is it pack value? No, it's set value. Go to set value, and then we go, your question is, I want to be able to win. I want to be able to earn. I want to be able to have fun. Okay. Fun is subjective. You can have it at every level. Earn is subjective. You could have it at every level. But if you want to play at a high level and maximize your returns for the minimum amount of financial outlays, and if a couple $1,000s is not crazy to you, then you can come in here and start using this tool to explore what you could do to stretch that value. Because the game within the game of Splinterlands is knowing that the marketplace allows you to spend $1 million and get most everything, probably not everything, or spend $500 and get some amazing things that move the needle. And there's every budget that's possible, because there's every league level that's possible, and even at silver or bronze or gold, there's tournaments and there's opportunities for you to thrive and earn at every level. So you don't have to be in champion level to earn. It is one of the best ways to earn. But you got to manage and navigate your limited resources within the game. You don't have infinite money, so how do you spend the allowance you have access to? Is it $1,000? Because with Splinter cards, I can confirm for you that a Chaos Legion regular foil set at diamond level, which is the best cards in the game for the Chaos Legion set, you could buy a total set, every card, for $750. This price has been going up. So 90 days, 6 months ago, it was $1,400 for the full Chaos Legion set. And then over here, you can see there's roughly a bottom somewhere in here at $565. We've been ticking up, and I think we will keep ticking up. We're now at $750. So for under $1,000, you would have an amazing set of cards that will play in Modern League of this game and will allow you a strong degree of success. It won't afford you won't dominate, because you aren't going to have certain key promos. You're not going to have certain key soul-bound reward cards, which take time to earn. And maybe you could buy them, but because they can be unlocked, and that whole process is a separate conversation. But that would be more money. So I'm saying you could get a powerful deck for $700, $800. And if you wanted to selectively say these are the summoners that you would be looking at, if you wanted to pull back and move and add some other options that are maybe for Rebellion, you could explore that. You might start increasing your budget, but you're talking $1,000 or $2,000 for the cards to dominate in Modern. And dominating in Modern is a really interesting proposition because the rewards are pretty serious. So finally, I'll tell you, that's what and you're right, you would need an SPS bag. And probably you need 100 or 200,000 SPS to really move the needle in terms of your multiplying your rewards. So at the current price point of SPS being at 8/10 of a penny, you go, let's pull up the calculator. So you go, say 200,000, and you go times 0.008. Let's go 8.5. So you're talking $1,700 on the tokens, and probably $1,300 on the cards for $3,000. That's what you're looking at. That's what you'd have to get into. And so it's not cheap. It's not at all cheap, but it could lead to pretty substantial rewards. The people that play the game at the highest levels in the Modern League can make hundreds of dollars a month. $400 a month is like one estimate I recently heard, and that's just from the rank experience. And then you have to imagine you're going to get other SPS from your Guild Brawl tournaments, or from the tournaments you can participate in, or the Guild Brawl system itself. And so I can't break it all down for you in the content of this sort of conversation, but suffice it to say, this game can be fun at the lowest levels. You can play it at the lowest levels and have rewards that will be meaningful as long as you're willing to commit that time. But it's going to either be a lot of time and a little money, or a lot of money and a little time, or some combination of both, if you want to have a high level of reward and enjoyment. I play the game at gold in Modern primarily, and I have a lot of fun with it. And I'm earning... what am I earning? My last win a day and a half ago in Modern was 6 SPS. So 6 SPS, and you could do that 20 times a day, or 15 times a day maybe, with a little bit of energy purchase. And so it adds up. And now the SPS price too, the last piece I'll say on this before we move on, the cool thing is the SPS price could rise. If the SPS price rises, and I think it will, then you're not looking at 5 cents for that win. If the SPS price rises, you get a retroactive raise associated with all the SPS you've stacked up until that moment. And so I think it's fun. I think it's rewarding. The question for every individual would be, how much budget do I have? Do I enjoy the process? If I can find joy in it, then maybe I can find value in it, like long-term investment approach to it, while having fun and entertainment. Because that combination is going to allow you to survive bear markets. If you don't have both pieces, that you think it's, don't just come here for the reward. But if you believe it's rewarding in a substantive way, trivial though it may seem, while you also can suggest it is entertaining, that person is going to be here for years. That person is going to thrive. That person is going to multiply their assets and grow what what they can accumulate in this. Okay, so great comment. Thank you for the question. Let's get 2 more quick. That was 15 minutes. I'll try and make 2 quicker ones. JPH, good to see you, bud. It's been a while. Horace, SPS is rising, card values are going up. Hopefully we hit our bottom. Now it's all up to Bitcoin. Let's go bull run. Let's make this a second comment. And man, I thought we were going to go negative. I thought we were going to go salty. We are not. These are 2 very, I would say, bullish comments. Love it. Surprising bullishness. I love it. Horace is a long-term commenter and channel follower. I appreciate you. And he is also, I would say he has a critical eye. And so it's good to see him dropping this sort of comment. SPS is rising. Yes, it is. Like I just said, I think before we started recording this piece of the clip, SPS has risen in the last 60 days. If I go 90-day window, and we can see right there on August 4th, 2024, we were at 0.4 of a penny, 0.432. But now today we're at, 0.8 of a penny or above 0.8 of a penny. So we've doubled. We've doubled in the last 2 months, not even 2 months. It's like 8 weeks or 7 weeks or something like that. And so, yes, SPS is ticking up in a major way. And I scrolled out earlier in a bigger way. And I think it's reasonable to conclude that might have been the bottom, that 0.4 of a penny, because we're now getting some higher highs and some higher lows. And I can't promise that, but that's pretty exciting stuff. One piece that I wanted to add to what iHorse is saying is he said Bitcoin now has to go, and it's above 65,000, which people that I trust said was like a bit of the line in the sand. So maybe it is going to go. I don't know. I haven't long been one looking for Bitcoin to go more. I have for months now been expecting the altcoin market to diversify and expand, like to really blow away Bitcoin from the Bitcoin dominance, just blow it out of the water. Right now, Bitcoin is around 58% of the marketplace. If you exclude the stables, and I wouldn't be surprised if we go down to 40. That's what I would have thought would have already happened, and maybe it's what I think is gonna happen now. And yet, iHorus says Bitcoin's gonna go, and it's above 65, and some of the people I listen to say that was a bit of an important number. So all I'm saying is I don't know where we're going with this, but I'm not really looking for Bitcoin to explode in a big way and lead a bull market. What I'm looking for is the broader altcoin market to take back dominance, to take not fully, but to take some dominance from Bitcoin, because the broader market begins to grow. Things like ETH will be definitely a piece of that, but it's already really done a massive bull already. And so, yeah, maybe I'm wrong, but that's my vision. It's the thing I've been planning on for years. It's the thing I've been expecting and waiting on for years. And so maybe I'm wrong, but that's where my plan and my vision is. And it's certainly exciting to watch the SPS double. Double is huge. Yes, it's a small gain from 0.4 of a penny to 0.8 of a penny. That's not going to change anyone's life because we bought the SPS for more. But you don't want to say it's, you have to admit it's awesome. It's awesome that it doubled. Hopefully we hit our bottom. I think so, but maybe I'm wrong. I'm cautiously optimistic. Let's go. Thanks for the comment. And let's get one more from a different video. Okay. 7 thumbs up on this. I don't know what he has to say. But this was a recent video where I said it will never happen, Splinterlands, because I was responding to a comment from somebody who essentially said that their SPS, that they're so underwater on their Splinterlands investments. This is a great way to end this video, because the first person was asking about what would it take to get involved in the game and how would I earn. And then here in this video, it will never happen, I talked to a person who left a comment saying they've been here for years. I think during Chaos Legion, when the sale was going on, they've been here since that time, which is 2.5 years ago or something like that. And they've lost a lot of money. That's what they said. They've lost a lot of money. Their cards are way undervalued. Their SPS bags, even if at 40x, they're still going to be underwater. And I responded to him saying a lot of things that I won't reiterate here. But suffice to say, I make the point that it's not over until the bull market misses us. And we've already talked in last minute that the bull market may be here. I don't know, but it might be. It'd be, in my mind, foolish to right now say that SPS missed the bull market. It would be foolish because it seems like the altcoin market hasn't even really happened. And it would be foolish because it seems like Bitcoin's not done. So if Bitcoin shows all signs of being done and the altcoin market either has popped off and left Splinterlands behind, or if the altcoin market never goes, those scenarios would lead me to say, okay, maybe SPS is going to miss it. But let's not, in the moment that things are happening or maybe beginning to happen or looking positive, say it can't happen. That's all I said to him. And let's see what this commenter has to say. Inclusion9283 says, I've been playing Splinterlands for about 3 years, started during COVID, have been following Dwayne since those days. I came in before Chaos Legion and got used to Jotun, Kitty, Llama, Kron, etc. When the games were split into Wild and Modern, I played Wild and occasionally got into Champion 3, but generally played comfortably in High Diamond Gold. I didn't mind playing against bots because they were beatable and with reasonable strategies. I now play Modern in Silver 2 or 1. And in fact, I have one battle each against Infidel and Aftersound and the Gambler. Nice. Aftersound and the Gambler. Two creators I respect a lot. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. I have been reinvigorated by Rebellion cards and I'm slowly building up my Soulbound reward cards. Nice. I love this. I thought it was going to be a spicy one. And I'm caught off guard by how much positive energy in the comment section today. It's been a lot of just negative. But man, like I've said so many times, price point on tokenization on assets drives sentiment, and sentiment drives comments. The people who are saying spicy things are not saying them when things are looking good. They pop in here to express frustration when things are looking bad. And you guys, Inclusion and the other two, I'm sorry, I forget your names now, but the 3 comments we featured today, right? Positive, good energy. iHorse and the first one too. I forget first one. So he goes on to say, I've been reinvigorated by the Rebellion cards and I'm slowly building up my Soulbound reward cards and my Rebellion deck, although I have a max Chaos Legion deck. For me, the game itself is fine, and that's how I view it. I'm not playing to make money, but if it comes, great. Yes. I'm challenged by just trying to build up my Rebellion deck to higher levels, and that's good enough for me to play in Silver now. I love that. And Benjamin popped in there and said, this is the way. Yes. It honestly, dude, that's like a breath of fresh air for me to hear, because it's like, this is the only approach to something like Splinterlands. Like any analysis of it, any other analysis of it or approach to it is just objectively wrong. And I've said this for years. Like before, when we were in the last bull market, I talked about things like during the next bear market, people will drift away and fall away. YouTube content creators have done so. I've seen it. I've seen community members do so. And I said repeatedly, I will be here during the bear market, just enjoying the process, because I've survived the prior bear market and I watched the bull market come and I knew something was special and I watched it blow up and do this amazing thing that benefited me financially. And it was not just this benefit on the daily reward, but it was this cumulative benefit because I had stacked all these different assets that were now in my portfolio that I earned over years in a bear market that were now being retroactively driven up in value. And so you get this retroactive raise where your assets have grown, the US dollar value hasn't, but the asset volume of your assets has. And now when the price on those assets goes up, it can be this crazy gainer. And so there is a possibility of that. Even if you are super pessimistic, you have to admit there is a possibility of financial gain with a game like Splinterlands. So many salty people will say, the Salt Lords say, it hasn't happened yet, so it will never happen. Okay, but it did happen in the Chaos Legion season. You weren't here before then, so you didn't enjoy that gain. You bought in at high and now you're riding low. But it's not over unless the game fails at the criteria of foundation, meaning that is the game fun and does it have a future? If those things are true, just sit and enjoy the process, find fun in the game, and play it for its own sake. Accumulate assets that are trivial in nature across a long time horizon and wait and see. So it's easy to do this for relatively little, but it's possible to go in deep and have some amazing fun buying some high-level cards, and some of them are really cheap. And that's kind of where my heart's at right now. And I've been buying some things, including cards, including asset tokens, but one doesn't have to. That's the other thing. People say it's paid to earn. Yes, it is. But it's not pay to play. You can play for $10 and have a lot of fun. It depends on your subjective vantage of what is fun and your subjective opinion about what is earning. People like Gathering the Magic have been here for years, thriving and building up an amazing set of assets for $10. If we change our vantage on what it would mean to be rewarded or what entertainment even is, then maybe this is how one would thrive in a game like Splinterlands. So thank you all for your amazing comments. I'm so glad we did that, because it's been Salt Lord after Salt Lord lately. And so thank you guys. Have an amazing day. God bless.